Look, a bunny. All right, welcome back to another episode in this Minecraft vanilla-ish series, and I've done a bit of work on the village since the last episode. So I've thrown in these little stands. I've released some of the villagers out into the wild now that I know that the walls are set in stone, and they've actually got beds inside the different buildings so that they actually hang around in the area. I've started on the blacksmith, and yeah, I've tried to make it so that they will congregate around here where their jobs are, but yeah, it is what it is. Like, they don't really want to. So yeah, there's a few different jobs around here, nice little stalls, but up here we've got a little bit of flower detail going on, and I've started the area for the blacksmith, which I'll just continue off camera. But the other major development is I've got the path in pretty much the whole way to come through and actually have like a bit of a area that will, looks like they actually walk. So we can potentially put another building in here somewhere, maybe like a bakery or something, but that's not what we're going to focus on today. What we're going to focus on today is something that I sorely need, and it's in here. So in this big room in here, I need to sort out my storage. So I've kind of laid out where things are going to go. So basically, this lot of grass is 7 long, so that's how long the item sorter needs to be. So if we have a look over here, we have 2 chests, 2 for the chest, 1 line for the hoppers. We got a comparator with a redstone torch underneath, redstone dust, redstone dust, redstone dust, a repeater into the redstone torch, which then goes into the hopper. So basically it's a hopper lock system thing, which allows us to then filter items into the chests that we need it to. So I've been gathering resources for this, and that is not the one. It is over here. This one. Yeah, this one. So I've been gathering resources. And we've got a fair bit. We've got a stack of hoppers, packed ice. We've got a stack of repeaters, a stack of comparators, 2 stacks of chests, which probably isn't going to be enough, and a whole heap of item frames. Because what I'm going to do is in front of each chest have an item frame. So, or even on the chest itself, because we'll see the end of the chest. So what we'll see is this, like this, and then we'll put an item frame on there, and it'll have the item that is in that chest. So basically we're going to make probably from about here down all chests. So there is going to be a lot of storage in here. One of the things that I want to do is actually make like a shulker box loader. So, shulker box unloader, sorry. So the shulker box goes on here, and we have a hopper underneath, which then goes into the dropper, which will then shoot the items up into the water stream. And that's how all the items get around to the chest. So the other thing that I want to do is have a way where I can just come in and just drop items, and they will go into the system. So one of the things that I've seen on a few different people's channels is being able to do that through hopper minecarts. So that would be really cool to do. I've also had to make sure that this drop chute, which I've got into the base, into the current house, lines up and isn't actually dropping onto a chest. So this area in between the chests is actually, I think this one's 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so this one's 10 and this one's 9 over here, which is a little bit painful, but it is what it is. Like we need some kind of block or something in the middle here to separate the two systems, just so that we don't get the redstone activating the wrong one. But yeah, so that is how this is going to all work out and work. So I'm going to get to building it, and you guys can enjoy the time lapse of this. All right. Okay, we're just going to interrupt the time lapse, and I'm going to show you just how this filter works. So we have, this is the top hopper. It will be going into an empty block, right? So here, which I think that just went into there, but that's fine. It should end up down here. No, it probably went into my inventory. That's fine. So from here, we have one there. That'll contain the comparator. Do this, then that, and then this. So I do need another block. Not there. I need one there. So the way that this will work, I should have grabbed scaffolding. That's fine. Stone is scaffolding. Don't know what you're talking about. When you can mine stone that fast, it's scaffolding. All right. So we'll have the comparator, then 1, 2, 3 dust, and then we'll have the repeater with the redstone torch, and that will be locking this one here. I think. Okay, so this is how it works, right? So we've got, have I measured this out wrong? Let's check it out. So you jump up on here. So we've got the comparator, 1, 2, 3, which then has the repeater going that way into the block with a redstone torch on it. That's right, I have measured it out wrong, because this in total ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 instead of 7. Ooh, I need to go and remeasure things. Okay, I'll remeasure and come back. Okay, that's a bit better. So we've now got a space for 9 on each lane. So we're going to have 4 sides. This will be 4 wide down here, down the middle of this. That's fine. I may even actually raise it up so that the last chest is under where we're standing. So if we are walking along like this, it's down there. So we can then reach that. I don't know yet, but that is it. So I removed them, didn't I? Yep. So what I had worked out while I was doing this was we needed at least one at the end here, and then we do not facing that way. We do them facing this way now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you do 5 in a group because otherwise the redstone signal will just leak over. So 1, 2, 3. Give me my sticks back. 6, 3, 4. 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I could fit another one in. 5. Yep. So now that we've got this kind of in place, let's just quickly throw this back in. Basically, I don't want that high. This high. So if we do this, and then we've got one going into there. Nope, not like that. Pretty sure I can jump that. No, that. Yep. And then we've got double chest. And then the hopper going there. Now this is where we have the hopper going into the empty space. So we put a piece of stone on top of here. We then put the hopper going in there and then remove that. Okay. So then behind here, we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, I miscounted this again. Oh, that's how I've done that. So I don't know what happened here. I mustn't have hit the record button when I thought I did. But basically we're going straight into the time lapse here of building out the system. So you can see me building it all the way down. We'll throw all the redstone in and we'll get this all sorted. Yeah, this was a fun project to work on. It was a bit of a challenge, just purely by the scale. There was just so many times that I made mistakes or ran out of blocks, as you can see there, and just had to go and get some, or had to redo things. I kept second guessing myself on placement of blocks and of the redstone in particular. So yeah, enjoy this time lapse. It was a bit frustrating to build, but it's very useful. Now that I've got it in place, it's really helping me to organize all of my chests. So yeah, we'll let the time lapse roll. All right, and the storage area is done. I just put a bit of a facade on it for now. I like the fact that you can see through here and see items moving past. This is our overflow area, which will probably end up getting used. But one of the cool things that I added, which you wouldn't have seen in the time lapse, is this bubble elevator. So what I've added is a easy way to dump some items and put them actually into the system. So they then come along and into this chest. Or maybe not that chest, because something is screwed up somewhere. And they got picked up somewhere else. Yeah, I gotta go through and filter all of these chests. So, fun fact, there is 100 different rows of chests, each with 4 double chests. That's 400 double chests all up this area. So we can store a lot of items. So yeah, that's probably it for this episode. That's all I got time for. This is pretty much taking me all day on a Saturday to do. And yeah, so the other thing that I added, this is actually a shock. This is connected to a shulker box unloader down there. So in here, I can add in my shulker box of stuff. So if I just do this, add in the shulker box with 32 podzol, goes in. You can hear it working. You can see the podzol coming up. And straight into my inventory. But yeah, so that is going to be it for today. I think this has turned out really well. Like, it'll be very useful in the long run. I'm thinking what I'll end up doing is doing like stone brick pillars, which then come up and over. So something like this. If I had a center point, I'd do it at the center point. But because of the number of, I think I mentioned this, but because of the number of blocks, this one's actually doesn't have a single center point, which is why there's 2 lights, and this one only has 1. So it's not something I'm keen to go and change at the moment, because that would mean moving basically one whole row of this, and it's taken a lot of work, and I'm not really that interested in moving it yet. So yeah, so yeah, this is basically what it'll look like in the long run. I think if we do slabs and some stairs, bear with me. Something like basically like what we've done just there. So we'll do that one, that, and bam. So do something like that to break up the sections, and so you can't see behind this. And I'll have to fill in the roof, and maybe I'll run maybe even some oak or some spruce wood beams all the way through, just so that it looks like the roof is being held up by something. That would be pretty cool. And then I can potentially run them above these lights. It then looks like, there's a block there, so we can potentially run them straight through here, so get rid of these slabs and have those as the spruce and run it straight through. I don't know. I'll have to play around with what I've got. and have a look and see what looks good. But for now, that's all we got time for. So I will see you in the next one. All right. Bye-bye.